sulfur claims could help seriously alleviate the landfill situation in that part of the city. Brigad Chavan explains.
New Orleans East will become another dumping ground.
A stern warning from Louisiana Congressman Joseph Gow, who today, with supporters at his side, offered a collective not in my backyard when it comes to one company's proposal to build a waste-to-energy plant in New Orleans East. Known as a gasification plant, it promises to transform 2,500 tons of trash per day into a gas and usable energy, thus relieving some of the pressures on area landfills. Kathy Charbonnet represents 48 neighborhood associations in the East and says the plant is an incinerator in disguise.
You just don't get to see the black smoke that usually comes from an incinerator because they have a different process where they're removing the oxygen. But it's still emissions that exist with burning waste.
The fact the proposed site sits right along these rail lines here, as well as the industrial canal, is only fueling the fear that one day serious amounts of trash could be transported to New Orleans East as part of the new development.
It's going to cost about $500 million in order to build such a plant, and the amount of energy that is required in order to make this project viable would be enormous. And to make it an economic viable plant, it must bring trash from other areas as well as trash that we do not want, such as hazardous waste.
Not true, says the president of the company, Sun Energy, who argues his plant would only serve 9 parishes in the New Orleans metro area and would transport municipal solid waste and not hazardous material. In a statement, he writes, "Any emissions from the Sun Energy development will not have a harmful impact on the environment or the New Orleans East community." Senator Duplessis disagrees.
This particular facility could have a devastating impact not only on the surrounding communities in eastern New Orleans, Gentilly, Lower Ninth Ward, Chalmette, Venetian Isles. It could have a devastating impact on our city as a whole.
While Sun Energy predicts a reoccurring economic impact of more than $90 million per year, some small businesses fear the development could hurt their bottom line instead of helping it by turning residents away.
People are not coming back in terms of the homeowners, then that means that diminishes our possibility of staying profitable.
Now, the president of Sun Energy says he's personally invited Congressman Gow to speak one-on-one about his concerns, but says he's yet to hear back. The proposal for the plant is still in its beginning stages and requires approval from the city and the state, Mike, before construction can ever begin.
All right, thanks, Brigad.